Whenever India find themselves with their backs against the wall, the eyes go to one man wearing number 11 on the back of his shirt.
भारतीय फुटबॉल खिलाड़ी श्री सुनील छेत्री भारत के ऑल टाइम टॉप गोल स्कोरर हैं।
Every day he has improved something. Every match he has improved something.
He will have to be the flag bearer of everything that Indian football can be, should be, and perhaps has the potential to be.
Chetri's going for goal! Chetri's getting the goal! Can you believe it?
श्री सुनील छेत्री को मेजर ध्यानचंद खेल रत्न से सम्मानित किया जाता है।
People know inside out about Indian football now.
Indian captain Sunil Chhetri becomes the first Indian to be signed on by top European football club.
Captain fantastic, once again writing his name when it comes to the final showdown.
He's more than an army man right now.
Sunil Chhetri! What about that for a finish? Captain! Yes! Yes! Leader! Yes! Yes! Legend! Sunil Chhetri has again written another chapter in the history books. Truly inspirational.
In the break, I will tell you a very funny story.
Why in the break? Roll it.
No. I can't pinpoint a time, man. Forget date, I can't even pinpoint a time. Since I can remember, it was right there. I always was interested in kicking the ball. It can be a small cricket ball or whatever. It was always, and you wouldn't believe it, I'm still like that. When my घर पे there's a ball and I have some time, I'll keep kicking to the wall and doing stuff because you enjoy it. Since I can remember, since you can remember anything as a kid, is when the football was there in my life. You're going to interview my mom also, na?
Of course.
Yeah, so I have to say something which is going to be in sync because she will spill all the beans.
जब छोटा ही था तभी से खेलना शुरू कर दिया था। जब वो 2-3 साल का था तभी मुझे पता चला कि हाँ ये फुटबॉल मेरे साथ खेल सकता है। बेलून या प्लास्टिक का जो बॉल होता है ना उससे खेलता था पहले क्योंकि बड़ा छोटा था।
It was a very sweet story. मैं अपने बच्चे के लिए शायद मेरी वाइफ ने बैलून लेके 2-4 बैलून लेके रखा हुआ था. When he first stand on his 2 feet, that was the time he wanted that balloon from her mom. He has not learned how to walk, but in that position also he kicked. We both were so amazed to see him grow like that.
शायद मेरा घर से था, मेरा माँ के घर से था क्योंकि मेरा 5 भाई फुटबॉल खेलते थे और मैं वॉलीबॉल भी बहुत अच्छा खेलती थी।
As an army man, I used to play in my regiment, in my company. It's a routine sports in army.
I was a difficult kid to handle. I wasn't an easy kid to handle when I was really, really young.
बहुत ज़्यादा, हद से ज़्यादा। उस एज में उसने मार भी ज़्यादा खाया। पता ही नहीं चलता था कि घर का सामान कब टूटा, कब होए, पता ही नहीं चलता था मुझे। अगर बोल दूँ तो घर से बाहर भाग जाता था।
Just for the love of playing, I was doing things sometimes that my mom wasn't comfortable with. I was almost all the time outside, and just not having your son around was making her uneasy. So you know what, my mom at that time was just 25 when I was 7, and she had one more daughter who was 5-year-old, and the husband doesn't stay there. She doesn't understand the language. She had to learn Hindi. So now look back, I could take those things back where I was giving her difficulties, but it wasn't easy for her.
My wife was there, who also was a very good athlete of her time. तो उसमें जो एक डिसिप्लिन्ड या स्पोर्टिंग कल्चर को अपने बच्चे में देने के जो मेरी जो थी, तो उसमें कोई कमी नहीं रखा उसने।
वो सिर मारता था, अगर उसके साथ फुटबॉल खेलना नहीं गई ना, सिर मारता था दरवाजा में। तो उसके साथ मैंने जाना, फुटबॉल खेलना 2 घंटा 3 घंटा, फिर उसके दोस्त लोग आते थे 5 बजे 6 बजे, तब मुझे छोड़ता था कि मामा आप जाओ बहन के पास।
Yeah, I used to manipulate, force, or blackmail my parents. And me, my mom, my dad used to go out and play.
वी बोथ फादर एंड सन, दो दो ईंट लेके, अगर ईंट नहीं मिले तो दो वो चप्पल उठा के भी ले जाता था वो। ही वॉज बेयर फुटेड। आई यूज्ड टू प्ले विद दी जो हमारा कैनवस होता था आर्मी का, उसके साथ हम दिन भर लगे रहते थे।
Till I was 13, I couldn't beat her. And it used to play with my head because she was that good. So when at a time when you are looking for competition outside, most of the times and most of the games, my whole agenda was how do I beat my mom.
You know, my mother always taught us that you have to win. She doesn't let you win just because you are not her age, honestly. Or you know, she always taught us that you have to win like properly with rules against me. You don't have to just, you know, I can't just let you win just because you are, you know, you're not up to the mark, or your kids, or you're not that height, or whatever, you know.
अगर मैं लूज हूँ तो मैं क्या सीखेंगे बच्चे? उसके साथ मैं टफ ही करती थी कि नहीं, उसको इधर गिराना उधर गिराना, कभी सिर लगता था कभी पाँव लगता था। रोता नहीं था लेकिन टफ मुझे वो देता था कि नहीं, मैंने मम्मी के साथ खेलना ही है। जब तक वो गोल नहीं मारेगा, जब तक वो मतलब जीतेगा नहीं, तब तक वो हार नहीं मारता था।
Because my father was away and I was very close to my mom, I knew the condition of my house. He had to take care of us, me, my mom, my sister. He had to send something back to his extended family also. So it wasn't easy. So I knew कि अगर 24-25 तारीख हो गया तो आपको पड़ोस में जाना है चाय की चीनी मांगने के लिए या थोड़ा आटा मांगने के लिए। I knew this and I knew it quite early.
बचपन से ये चीज़ का डिमांड कभी नहीं किया उसने। कभी इसने ये नहीं पूछा कि मम मुझे ये चाहिए। फुटबॉल खेला या क्रिकेट खेला, वहाँ से पैसा जमा करके उसने अपना पैसा जमा करके अपने लिए कुछ सामान, मतलब बहुत छोटा से, क्लास 6-7 से शुरू कर दिया था।
Probably I was not the unique one, but in around my friend circle, I was the one who knew more about the family condition, the financial condition and stuff like that. My sister, not so much. So because I came across all this information, I wasn't the one who was cribbing about things that I need. In our Nepali culture, there's a very strange thing that the mums start calling the sons bhai whenever they think that the boy has grown up. And I got that title very early in my life, and I'm so proud of it.
ये कौन है आपके साथ जो खड़े?
ये रिश्ते में तो मेरे भाई लगते हैं लेकिन है बाजीगर। ये 50 प्लेयरों का लाइफ ख़राब कर रहे हैं आईएसएल में। ये मैनेजर हैं, फुटबॉल मैनेजर। आई एम नॉट श्योर हाउ इज़ ही एज अ मैनेजर, बट इज़ अ लवली ब्रदर, ये बोल सकता हूँ।
We met in 1996 and it's been we calculated yesterday, I think 26 years. I was below average in football. You know, I was good friends with a lot of people. So I somehow got into the team. And then I'm just enjoying my life and one guy came and he's like, oh, you know, your name has been taken off of the team because this new guy has come who's exceptionally good. I got really angry. I thought I'll not leave this guy. I'll just, you know, ruffle him up. One day, when this guy comes running, you know, that Chhetri guy, he's playing in the field. Come. Me with 5-6 guys, went to the field and I saw him playing. He was very short in height, very short. From a half line, he took the ball and he started dribbling with seniors. Dribble, and he scored a goal. And I was like, man, he has to be in the team. Then there was this Milo tournament in school. So the best player of the tournament will get shoes worth 1,500. And at that time and age, shoes was a very big thing in our school, Army Public School. Very, very big. Only few guys could afford the Nikes and the Reeboks and Adidases of that time. In 1,500, he can buy a shoe for himself. But what he used to do is, he used to take 2 pair of shoes, 750, so that he can give 1 new pair of shoe to his father every year. We played that tournament 3 years. He was the best player for 3 years. And his father used to tell him, no, I don't want it. Those shoes are still... No. He will not agree. He'll buy 2 shoes, 1 for himself, 1 for his father.
I was in class 11th and I was playing for the under 17 Delhi State. And I was desperately waiting for a move. I wasn't close to a breakthrough to any of the premier clubs in Delhi. There was a senior of mine, his name was Amit Sharma. He was playing for Hindustan FC, which was at that time the best club in Delhi. I'm pretty sure with Amit's recommendation then. He was a big name. I got the opportunity and that really clicked. We at City Club did really well that year. We also played the preliminary rounds of the Durand Cup. That's where Mohun Bagan saw me.
During my school age also, we used to see matches between so many good clubs in India, especially Mohun Bagan, East Bengal. तो एक ड्रीम रहती थी कि काश हम भी फुटबॉल प्लेयर इस तरह से जाते और हम उस क्लब में खेलते.
One step led to the other one very smoothly, and and rest is history. जब कॉल आया, I thought they're calling me for the academy, which in itself was a huge thing. कि आप you'll be in the Mohun Bagan academy, and if you do well for 3 years, you might have a chance to go to a good club. You never thought you were going to go to Mohun Bagan because it was far.
I don't think anybody in Indian football knew about Sunil because he did not play any under 16s, under 19s to get into Mohun Bagan.
I can't remember clearly what is the perfect year. So I saw that one boy is playing and he has taken a bicycle kick. What we call the Samthapa bicycle. And he scored the ball. Good. Then I told my official, Mohun official, to recruit him. Immediately you recruit him, he will be a good footballer.
You know what? If they told me that we are taking a trial for you to sign this club, then I probably wouldn't have performed the way I did.
उस टाइम जो सोच थी हमारी, ये करियर कभी हो नहीं सकता है. Genuinely, I was very much keen on getting him into army. उसका करियर तो ये हो नहीं सकता.
The father came, he saw me once in training, and after training he was very happy because he could sit with Shyam Thapa. The same Shyam Thapa who, when my father was young in Darjeeling, he wanted to go and touch him, talk to him, but he couldn't. So now that he was sitting with him and watching me perform, he came back, and more than me, he was happy.
He was very young, and it's difficult for someone who comes to play in Kolkata to make a living out of football, and that when you're 17 years old is a big deal.
The moment I signed, there was a lot of news and a lot of noise. And then the pressure was huge, and I think that's where my struggle started.
पहला दिन जिस दिन आया था ना, वो जो प्रैक्टिस का जो हम बोलता रहता था, वो सुनता है. Always he used to follow my instruction, what is to be done during the practice time.
The first day when I came back from the Indian team training, and in Calcutta, I saw this boy called Sunil Chhetri, and he was always, even in the first day, I could see that in the first day of training, I could see that he's good with technique.
When he came to Mohun Bagan, I don't think he had that knowledge of the club as in terms of fan following, kind of passionate. Once he got into the club, started playing and started seeing the matches, and he could see that kind of pressure and the fan following and kind of intense lot of matches that Mohun Bagan played.
I am at the best club arguably then in the whole country with 100 years of of history. So it was a different ball game. So for me to match my head and saying, you know what, I'm competitive and I want to win, but under these circumstances was I remember we were playing a game against the Calcutta League and I came as a substitute. The first year I never started a game. You know, for a lot of fans, it means everything.
If anyone who's been to a football ground on the Maidan in Kolkata, the crowds sit really close to the ground. So the abuses come thick and fast and you can make out every word of what is being said. People love you, but people also make their displeasure evident.
That, I think, gave me a perspective that this is not just fun. For a lot of people, Mohun Bagan East Bengal is the way of life. And those, when they play against each other, it's bragging rights for the whole year.
Players को पता चल जाता है कि how big is the arena and what is the amount of pressure they carry while playing also, because they all hear those 90,000 plus जो spectators said, they were all shouting at the same time.
It is very narrow and close. The fans are right here. So whatever they are saying, you can hear it. And after the draw, they don't say good things. You don't want to hear them. And those things and spits, the proper spits. And I was walking and I was terrified, petrified. What is this happening? Like, is this even legal? How is this happening? And it was normal. All the players, we were running. We went inside the tent. We weren't allowed to go out. We didn't even have the guts because the tent was buzzing with stones.
I personally felt that maybe it's a little unfair, maybe we are being a little uncharitable to Sunil by exposing him to this at that age.
I think it put a little bit pressure on him. And when that pressure comes to players, I think sometimes it's very, very important that they need to live up to that pressure. And that's where I think a lot of players tend to give up to that pressure. A lot of players tend to live up to that pressure. So I think Sunil, that pressure, I think, made him focus more.
I think it was 2004, I think, we were going for Durand Cup. And on the journey, Baichung was telling me, bhai, ye bakta to bahut hai, you know. And kuch na kuch to karega ek din.
Probably if I wouldn't have made it and you were taking an interview of a failed player who couldn't make it, I would have been saying something else. But now, yes, it did help me a lot.
ले क्वेश्चन बीच में क्वेश्चन ले लो जान.
When you are 17, 18 and you have got an opportunity to play for Mohun Bagan and the coach who is 19? 19, whatever, and you have an opportunity to play for Mohun Bagan and he's an amazing coach but a terror. For me to know, or the moment that I came to know कि भाई इन्हीं की सुपुत्री है और मेरा से बना रही है, she called up and I gave her a peace of mind. I said, listen, after saying whatever I wanted to say, मुझे कभी फोन मत करना.
I met him when I was in school, I think. I kind of stole his number from my dad's phone and called him.
मेरी मैडम है, इन्होंने बड़े स्लाइली नंबर निकाला अपने फादर के फ़ोन से ही, बट इन्होंने मुझे बताया कि मैं मेम की फ्रेंड हूँ. मेम in Bengali is a dark name, means that's how she's been called at home. So she told me she's Sonam, but I'm Mem's friend. Mind you, both persons are the same person. She called me, she messaged me ki let's meet after like 3-4 months of messaging. And it was a nearby mall. So I went there just to see what the deal was about.
He was very young and vibrant and used to talk a lot, and I think that's what attracted me the most. Apart from his football, obviously football was the first thing.
And I think even after we recognize that, yes, we got to talk to each other and we like each other.
Also, I think you could talk about football with me.
Yes, our common topic was there only. And also after...
That helped.
After the disclosure, yeah, that she was who she was.
How many girls would you talk about football back then?
Yes. True.
उसके बारे बात तो चलती थी, लेकिन इसको हमने खेलते हुए देखा था 2004 फुटेशन कप बेंगलोर में मोहन बगान के लिए। तो उसके बाद फिर मैं 2005 में ही इसको मिला हूँ।
Sunil, when we started playing in Mohan Bagan, yes, he was totally a different person. He was not as fit as what we see now. Sunil is a great example for everyone to see, and he had a weight problem also. You know, I think he was overweight when he came to Mohan Bagan. Even like I said, even though he's very, very technically very sound, but still, I think he started changing when we joined together with Sukhi sir in JCT.
वो हमारे सेटअप को देख के बहुत खुश था, क्योंकि हमारा ग्राउंड था होशियारपुर में, एक बहुत अच्छा कम्प्लेक्स था, बाहर उधर ही हॉस्टल था, ग्राउंड थी।
It was a team which could help him grow, while at the same time, it was a team where that relentless pressure of expectations was not there.
When I was young, physically I used to get bullied. Also because I did not have the knowledge of how to play against 6 feet plus defenders. Of course, there was no academy, nothing. So I had to learn that, and learn that in a very, very hard way. In football, power is not how big a muscle you have. It's more about how less scared you are. It's all about using your physicality in a proper way. I remember when I was in JCT, Sukhi sir told me this, कि पुत्र, कितना भी तू टैलेंट हो, बट तूने जे अगर प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल खेलना है, थोड़ी सेहत बना.
So first year, when he was not even in the first 11, I could see that the fire inside him. So Sukhi sir ने काफी अच्छा manage किया है. Sunil, it's not easy to manage a player like Sunil Chhetri.
कोई प्लेयर देखते थे कि आफ्टर गेम यहाँ कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन ये लड़का था जो कहता था कि ऐसी जगह से अच्छी जगह नहीं एक स्पोर्ट्समैन के लिए.
So then I started working hard on my body because I did not have the knowledge, so I did not know what gym does, what band exercises do, what core exercises does. So I worked really hard on them. I had Randy Singh, my senior, with me in JCT, who was a massive help.
JCT फगवाड़ा आने के बाद he was picked into Indian national team.
That was one day that I will never forget, man.
पूरा स्टेडियम पैक था उस दिन, और जितने आदमी ग्राउंड के अंदर थे उतने ही बाहर थे, और जितने फ्लैग पाकिस्तान के थे उतने ही फ्लैग इंडिया के थे.
When I truly, stood up and took notice of him was, I think, in that AFC Challenge Cup final against Tajikistan when he scored that hat-trick.
That was the first time we were going as a family to Rashtrapati Bhavan.
यहाँ से बड़ा चीज़ क्या होती है हमें? तो ये तो खुशी तो बहुत थी.
Everyone around me, most of them wanted me to do well. And it's a very, very amazing place to be in. There were bad days. There were days when I thought, chuck it, leave it, go back, do something else.